Roar! Hello and welcome to Pony&Wolf Productions. I am Midnight, and today we'll be reading The Great Alicorn Bludgeon, written by totallynotabrony. As always, these are our amazing Patreons. Link is in the description if you wish to join, and it certainly helps our little overlords not eat us alive. Now, shall we get to it? I brought the stuff for the fruit salad, said Pinky. She unloaded several bags of groceries onto the crystal table in the center of the room. Do you really think we can pull off a surprise party for Twilight's birthday in her own home, while she's just in the other room? Rarity asked, keeping her voice low. It's okay, said Pinky. She pulled out a small paring knife and winked. Twilight's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. As Pinky got busy slicing the fruit, Applejack frowned. Shouldn't you be using a cutting board? It's not like this plain old kitchen knife is going to scratch the magical crystal table, Pinky pointed out. Trust me, I know my rocks. And this is definitely not your run-of-the-mill quarry geode. It was created with the overwhelming magic of Twilight's transformation, after all. Did you miss the more important part of what Pinky said? Asked Fluttershy. Yeah. That part about Twilight not being the smartest knife in the drawer, said Rainbow, coming over to join the group. If that was a joke, Pinky, I don't get it. I don't think too hard about what Pinky says, Applejack replied. Rarity nodded. Though I do agree that Twilight has certainly changed since she ascended, I had thought that she was rather powerful unicorn. But it's as if she isn't even trying anymore. Still, calling her a dull knife might be a bit harsh, said Fluttershy. Pinky gestured with her knife. I mean, I'm not saying it to insult her. I'm just saying that she used to be such a nerd solving problems with her brain, and now she's one of the most powerful ponies in the world without practice or anything. She went from geek to god. Rainbow put a hoof on her chin. I guess I have seen Twilight flexing more. Figuratively. Which is not to say she wouldn't be impressive at doing it literally. She hasn't even grown that much yet, and she's already cutting a rather impressive figure. Rarity agreed. Oh yeah! Twilight went from scalpel to sledgehammer. Pinky continued cutting the fruit. But wait, said Applejack. He'd been quietly thinking the whole time since the conversation started. Are you saying it's because she's an alicorn? Because that don't mean much. If we're being completely truthful, when it comes to saving the world and beating monsters, I've never seen Cadence do anything. Most ponies forget Luna exists, and I think Celestia actually has a negative track record. Being an alicorn usually means a pony is less useful at saving the world. To be fair, the six of us usually solve problems before it escalates to their attention, Rarity pointed out. Also, didn't Cadence help us fight King Sombra the first time? By acting like a javelin when shining armor literally threw her, said Rainbow. Which goes back to my point, said Pinky. According to what we've seen, alicorns are only good for brute force, if at all. You had a point? Said Rarity. Sure, think about it. This whole castle was spontaneously created, with no carpentry or stone cutting or craft skills of any kind. Just poof! No knowledge required. Pinky waved the knife again. A drop of fruit juice splashed on Fluttershy's nose, and she crossed her eyes in alarm. Well, Twilight was a really powerful unicorn, said Rainbow. So what if she's a really powerful alicorn? Pinky, are you saying there's a relationship between increasing magic power and decreasing finesse? Rarity asked. She tilted her head. And due to the decreasing precision of increasingly powerful magic, it becomes less useful for smaller tasks? If we were to explore the line of logic with a study, Twilight would be the first choice to investigate. Perhaps we could even use it to get her back to her old personality. Keep throwing research studies at her? Said Applejack. Could work, but if this here theory is real, she might just pull out some crazy power and get it done in an instant. How could she do that? said Rainbow. I thought the whole point of Pinky's crazy theory was that alicorns were only good for raw force.
Yep,
said Pinky.
If this goes far enough, Twilight won't even have the brains left to know what research study it is. But that won't be a problem for her because she's powerful enough to do literally anything without needing to know anything about it. Blunt instrument,
Verity pointed out. By that logic, pure force, that would mean Applejack of all ponies is closer to alicornhood than the rest of us. Rainbow looked gut-punched, as if someone had just accused her of being too refined and precise. Applejack snorted. I think I'm safe. I ain't never seen an alicorn handle a light rod or graft a branch.
You see what I'm saying?
Said Pinky.
An alicorn wouldn't need to do those precision things. They just catch your roping target with their overwhelming magic and do some kind of mutant fusion on the graft branch and the tree. Don't tell me you didn't see Twilight do things like that even when she was a unicorn.
True, Rarity acknowledged. Yet it's somehow gotten worse since her ascension. It's like her personality subtly changed. She isn't being a cool logictician anymore. If anything, she's become paralyzed to action. The color slowly drained from Rarity's already pale face in realization. She's becoming a useless alicorn like the rest. Rarity fell to the floor and clutched her head. Oh no, that leaves just the 5 of us to protect Equestria because Twilight's become too powerful for both her and her country's own good. She's been reduced to only massive magic, and even then unreliably.
That's way more developed than I had thought through the theory, but thanks for that horrifying realization,
said Pinky. She'd finished chopping fruit, and now picked up an unopened coconut. She frowned and put down the inadequate paring knife. The door opened just then and Twilight walked into the room. Girls, what are you all doing here?
Hey, there you are,
said Pinky.
We need to open this coconut. Point your horn this way and hold still.
You know, she's not completely wrong. But I think if you bring this to Twilight's attention, she might, at the very least, try to not do this. Anywho, that is The Great Alicorn Bludgeon, written by Totallynotabrony. Hope you all enjoyed, and keep watching that moon, everyone. Bye!